Hey, what's going down? I got a quick video for you today. I had somebody comment on one of my videos about how to deal with a bad boss, and the question was really good. The question was to the effect of, what happens if you get fired and your previous boss gives you a bad referral? Okay, so you're fired. Get out of here. Now what? Good question and legitimate. There's two things to realize here. Number one, notice that being fired and being laid off are two different things. Okay, some people like to combine the two, but in reality, the truth is that people do get laid off and people do get fired. So when you're fired, it just means that one, you did something that was out of compliance, okay, that went against company policy. Or two, you just weren't performing, and so, you know, and then there's other reasons why people get fired that sometimes are unjustifiable and it's not fair to the person, and they really didn't do anything wrong. They were performing well. It might have just been something with the relationship between you and your boss. And in some states, unfortunately, here in the United States, they're right to work states, which basically means you can get fired for any reason at any time with no explanation, essentially, which kind of sucks, but that's just what we have to deal with, right? So in the situation that you were fired unjustly, okay, if you were fired legitimately, like you sucked, you didn't do your job, you messed up somewhere along the line, and you know they gave you warnings or whatever, and you legitimately screwed up, you're gonna have a hard time, okay? Now, for those that got fired for reasons that are unfair, I've got two suggestions for you. Number one, realize that your boss is not going to get called up for a referral until you actually get an interview, okay? So I wouldn't worry about that just yet. Okay, I would start working directly with recruiters, because with recruiters, they're the ones that are doing all of the middleman work. Okay, so instead of you working directly with the prospective employer's HR department, you're working with a recruiter, so you have a chance to meet and talk to them, and you know they're not going to hold anything against you, and you can explain to them what happened. And then you kind of go on about your business and they do all the rest of the work. So that's one suggestion. And the next thing is, it's not really a suggestion, it's more of you need to realize that your main job as an unemployed person, okay, if you're looking for work, even if you are employed, okay, but your number one job as somebody who's seeking employment is to get the interview. That is the sole purpose of somebody looking for a job. You need to get your foot in the door, okay? And then once you get in, then that's your chance to sell yourself. You have to prove yourself at that point. And sometimes it may even come up as part of the interview, discuss your previous employer, okay, or why you're leaving. And some people will ask you that. And so at that point you can kind of talk about what happened at your previous job. And then it may not even get to that point where they call your previous employer to get a referral. You see what I'm saying? So the process of referrals comes after the interview. So just because you're applying for jobs doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to start calling for referrals before they even talk to you. Employers are really not going to waste their time doing that, okay? They really want to talk to the prospect first, which is you, before they kind of get into that referral section of it, where they start calling people, if they even do that. And something else too, on applications, it may ask you sometimes if they can call your previous employer. They want permission. You could say yes or no. If you say no, then it might raise a red flag. So you kind of got to be a little bit careful when you're filling out that question, okay? I would just put yes and don't worry about it, okay? So anyways, I hope that helps you out. Let me know in the comments below. I'm happy to answer any other questions. I got some more videos coming up. Thanks for watching. Love everybody. Welcome. If it's your first time, make sure you subscribe as well. And if you haven't yet downloaded my guide, my resource guide, go ahead and do that in the link below in the description section. And anyways, we'll talk to you on the next video. See you later.